Hi there, and welcome back to my channel, Flicks with Nick. Today I'm reviewing a new horror movie as the Escape Room series has returned to theaters with a new sequel, Escape Room: Tournament of Champions.
So what is this? Like a tournament of champions?
The Escape Room movies have a pretty self-explanatory, straightforward premise, with different strangers being forced to come together to solve deadly versions of the ever-popular escape rooms. It's pretty much a PG version of Saw. Movies for anyone that likes the idea of watching people solve complicated death traps, but are too squeamish to actually see someone's head get turned into mashed potatoes. And look, I'll be the first to admit, on this channel I can sometimes come off as a horror snob, a horror elitist, a gatekeeper, recommending these slow burn, art house, independent A24 horror films, and shitting on certain big mainstream blockbuster horror movies. But I really enjoyed Escape Room #1, and I enjoyed Escape Room 2: Tournament of Champions just as much. Escape Room: Tournament of Champions has a very simple story. All the winners from earlier escape room games are back and competing with each other to become the ultimate survivor. What makes these movies so fun to watch is the escape rooms themselves. Both escape room movies have multi-million-dollar budgets, and it's clear the majority of these budgets went into building elaborate sets. These movies look very real, and the themed rooms within them have been creatively designed. In the previous movie, my favorite room was the billiard room. Without spoiling anything here, my favorite room this time was either the rain room or the bank room. It's a complete blast to watch the characters search the locations, find clues, solve riddles, make mistakes, set off minor traps, race against the clock, nearly die, and escape these deadly rooms with only seconds to spare. My heart was seriously pounding at certain points. I was fully invested. There is something deeply satisfying watching people solve puzzles, similar to ASMR or vampire boyfriend POVs. Seeing a puzzle finally solved after 10 minutes scratches some deep part of the human brain. The overall formula for these movies just works. Since all the characters were previous winners, they were both smarter and more capable. This is something I really enjoyed. We didn't have to waste the first half hour with characters arguing or putting up with idiots who couldn't figure out jack shit. Every character was ready and capable to solve more complex rooms than the previous movie. Now, these characters were by no means super memorable or fleshed out. Only 3 of them got any sort of real backstory, the rest were just cannon fodder. But honestly, character development is not what I was looking for. I just wanted a big, loud, cheesy movie. An escape room is just that, pure dumb fun. There's absolutely no logic to any of this. Seriously, if you stop for even 10 seconds afterwards to think about any aspect of the story or rules of the game, the movie completely unravels. There are so many massive conveniences to get people in the same location, and logistical factors that make 0 sense at all. It is similar to the worst of the Saw movies, where a million miraculous things have to go perfectly right at the same time, and the bad guys just stand back and pretend they could have possibly planned any of it. It's totally ridiculous, thoroughly illogical, and I loved every goddamn minute of it. Speaking of Saw, as I said earlier, this is just PG Saw. It's diet torture porn. You get the fun of watching people think their way through complex death traps without having to actually watch a woman get scalped, or a guy get covered in pig guts, or turned into a human pretzel. I put off watching the Saw movies till I was 22 because I just didn't have the stomach for them. As much as I joke in the title of this video, the escape room movies are accessible for wider audiences. They're fun trap movies that younger viewers and squeamish people alike can watch without having to have a barf bucket beside them. And for that, I appreciate them. Overall, I enjoyed Escape Room: Tournament of Champions. That may not be a super popular opinion considering both movies currently have under 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, but Escape Room 2 was exactly what I expected and exactly what I wanted it to be. There were big, elaborate escape rooms, the characters were likable enough that I felt bad when they died, and the major plot holes didn't break my immersion in an already silly universe. If anything, these dumb moments made me enjoy the movie even more. If you like the first escape room, Or if you like the idea of a less gory Saw series, check out Escape Room Tournament of Champions for yourself. Anyway, that is my review of Escape Room 2 or Escape Room Tournament of Champions. If you've seen it already or if you plan to check it out, comment down below and let me know what you thought of it. I am actually really genuinely interested to see if I'm alone in my appreciation of these dumb movies, so leave me a comment. If you stumbled upon this review, please consider subscribing to my channel, Flicks with Nick. I post new horror rants, commentaries, and deep dives on Fridays. As well, on Mondays, I post quick 1-minute recommendations for horror movies available to watch on different streaming services like Shudder, Amazon Prime, and Netflix. Thanks for watching this review, and I will see you in the next one.